Oh, hi. Let's talk about natural childbirth for wimps. I'm Kristen from Natural Birth and Baby Care, and I have a lot of women come to me and tell me, I don't know if I can have a natural birth because I just don't handle pain very well. Or something else that's really common is, I want to have a natural birth, but everybody else tells me I won't be able to handle it. Can you have a natural birth if you're a wimp? What if you have a low pain tolerance? Is it possible? I want to tell you that it is possible for you, and this is why. Number one is you can prepare effectively for a natural birth. You may feel like, I don't know if there's anything I can do. It's like nothing I've ever experienced, and there's certainly some truth to that. But the thing is when you know what to do to help make the birth go as quickly and easily as possible, then you go into birth with skills that help you handle it. Another thing to remember is that labor usually doesn't start off. We talk about cars going from 0 to 60. Usually labor doesn't start like that. It usually builds up quite a bit, unless you've had a bunch of babies before. And if that's you, I'm happy to help you plan a natural birth, but you probably figured out that you can handle it. So what you want to do is realize that things are going to build up and you're going to be able to work with your birth. So when you go into your birth, understanding, how do I handle the pain of contractions? What do I do? What has worked for other moms before me? Because think about it. In the grand scheme of the world, most moms have had a natural birth. And yes, of course, we have the Hollywood stereotypes where women are screaming their heads off, and you may have even heard some horror stories. But in reality, it doesn't have to be that way. Drama sells. You know it's true. And so that's what they show in Hollywood, but that doesn't have to be the way that it is. You can use breathing techniques, you can use relaxation, and I'm not talking about outdated stuff like the kind of breathing, again, that you see in the comedy shows. That sort of breathing doesn't work, it doesn't help, but there are breathing techniques that do help, and they are learnable. In fact, just a few minutes a day can help you condition your body. Just like a woman who runs a marathon, think of how many thousands, maybe even tens and hundreds of thousands of women run marathons every year who never thought they would be able to run a marathon. Yet there are women running half marathons, running full marathons, and even going beyond that. They're able to do it because they worked at it a little bit every single day. It may have been something they never would have imagined that they could do, but they can do it. They push themselves harder, they call on their strength and their inner reserves more than they ever thought before. Well, this is exactly the same. And many women, even the most unlikely women, decide to do that. There's no definition of a woman who runs a marathon, and there's no definition of a woman who has a natural birth. You can definitely do it. And again, remember that things usually build up. So you get to work with it bit by bit and gradually. Another thing that I want you to remember is that natural birth is not birth without pain relief. In fact, your body does a great job of producing pain relieving hormones while you're in the process of a natural birth. One of the things that goes on when women go to the hospital and have a birth full of interventions is they get stuck on their back in beds, they get belts strapped all over them, and often they end up with Pitocin or Syntocinon, depending on where you are in the world, which is a synthetic version of the hormone oxytocin. What that does is it causes contractions that are longer and stronger than natural contractions. So it's a much more intense labor than you would experience if you were having a natural birth. Plus, you're stuck on your back in bed. And it's really, really, really difficult because you can't cope, you can't move. I'm sitting on a birth ball right now. So I can move around, I can move my hips, I could stand up and sway if I were in labor. There are many things you can do. Get on hands and knees if you feel like things are too intense. Side lying on your left side is a safe and effective position. These are all things that a good natural birthing course will help you learn, skills that they will give you so that you will be able to handle your birthing time well. Plus, those natural hormones will be working. A big difference between Pitocin and natural oxytocin is that natural oxytocin crosses the blood-brain barrier. That means not only does it help produce contractions, but it goes into your brain and it provides pain relieving effects and gives special cues to your body. There's another hormone that's really strong during birth called beta endorphin. And if you've ever heard a woman who had a natural birth talk about how she had this amazing experience where she felt connected with her baby, or where she felt connected with other birthing women, or even where there was a sense of peace between contractions, beta endorphin is the hormone that does that. So it is a a hormone. Just think about it. You probably have heard endorphins are feel-good hormones. So beta endorphin, oxytocin, and other hormones work together to help you. It doesn't mean it won't get intense, which is why you go in with those skills. And hopefully a birth partner who's there to help you, to remind you that you can change positions, that you can go to the bathroom, empty your bladder, get it out of the way of baby so that baby's moving down and things are going smoother. These are all things that you can learn, tools that you can take with you, and even women who feel like they have a low pain tolerance can have a successful, smooth, natural birth that goes as quickly and easily as possible when they are prepared. I would love to support you, help you discover more about this. Check out mamababybirthing.com. That's MAMA babybirthing.com for more, and I will see you on the other side.